How often do you visit the doctor for your health? When you feel sick? Once a year? Maybe every other year? You visit the doctor to make sure everything is in good order and no surprises are ahead. Well, you should be doing the same thing for your vehicle by getting a regular fluid analysis done. We'll get into more details of what your oil can tell you about your vehicle in this episode of AMSOIL Garage. Hey guys, I'm Greg Jones for Engine Builder, and today on AMSOIL Garage, we're talking all about fluid analysis. Fluid analysis isn't new, but it's one of those things people don't seem to fully grasp just how much it could benefit them and be of value to their vehicle. In most scenarios, people just wait until a problem occurs with their vehicle and then they address it. But using fluid analysis to determine your vehicle's system health can help prevent engine and transmission failures before they occur. Now, what do I mean by fluid analysis? It's a lab test performed on an oil sample from your engine or transmission that looks for wear metals, contaminants like water, dirt, or byproducts of combustion, the oil's oxidation rate, and its viscosity. The report can help point us to why any of those things may be occurring. It can also look at how additive formulations are doing in the oil. Are the additives put in there to protect the engine or transmission living, or are they getting destroyed and being consumed by how you are treating your engine or what it is being exposed to? This might sound complex, but a lab is doing all the heavy lifting. All you need to do is pull a 4-ounce oil sample through your vehicle's dipstick port or oil plugs using a tube and vacuum out a sample to put it in a bottle and send off to a lab for analysis. Now, some of you might be thinking that it's easier to just drain and flush your fluids. But are you draining, flushing, and filling with new fluid only to continue having a problem with your system? You won't know without an analysis, or until it's too late and your vehicle has a problem or a failure. If you are a person who wants to take care of their vehicle and understand how it's doing, you have to have technology tell you that. Simply draining the fluid and filling it back up is an alright method for following the owner's manual, but it doesn't tell you anything about what's going on inside. Once you drain that fluid, you only see what you see. You don't have an educated eye to say what's going on in the transmission, for instance, because you're going to see darker fluid. But that can be perfectly normal because the fluid is capturing wear metals, contaminants, oxidized oils, and more, and that's normal. People might see that it's dark and think it must be bad. I'm glad I'm getting it out. However, what you don't see is that you might have failing clutch packs, or you have iron in your oil from gears that are being worn. You don't see any of that until you actually do an analysis on the fluid to suggest those issues. That's how you know how well your transmission or engine is actually doing. Alright, so how often should you be doing a fluid analysis? Well, it depends a little on what you're doing with your vehicle. If you're annually putting on 10,000 to 20,000 miles, which most people do, a fluid analysis once a year is just fine. You could even do it once every 2 years if your vehicle is newer. But if you're putting on a lot of miles within a year, a fluid analysis every 6 months is a good idea. Now, assuming you find issues following a fluid analysis, what do you do then? Well, because there's only certain people who understand how to read an oil analysis report, the results can easily make you anxious or fearful due to various flagging limits and colors that will be reflected in the results. Therefore, it's a good idea to have somebody help you read it. You can call somebody like AMSOIL to have a professional read the report for you and explain to you what it is telling you. From there, you can decide whether any action needs to be taken. Again, comparing fluid analysis to a healthcare checkup, if you are told by a doctor that you've been diagnosed with something, you're likely going to seek a second opinion. It's no different in oil analysis. If you have a data point telling you something to be concerned with, perhaps you go a period of time and take another sample and then corroborate those results before making a decision on what to do. However, if a single sample says everything's catastrophic, your transmission's falling apart, there's iron all over the place, there's clutch material all over the place, and your viscosity is 2 times what it should be, then there's value in addressing it right away. Again, based on results, this is where it helps to have a professional who understands oil analysis and who understands the equipment, read the report and pair the results to things from your engine or transmission. The course of action could simply be to just drop the fluid, flush the system, and start over. Or it could be a scenario where you should visit a trusted mechanic and let them pull the pan off the transmission or pull the head off the engine and look, because that's what the report is pointing to. It's far better to catch something prematurely than ask for a failure later. That's what oil analysis is designed to do. Help catch something before it grenades on you. Well, all right, guys, that does it for this episode of AMSOIL Garage. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
This video is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Visit AMSOIL.com for more information.